while it's great to have these events and sort of deliberate these things, the concern at times I get is that are we getting very over-enthusiastic about this whole concept of financial inclusion? Are we adopting too much of a top-down approach, wherein we might be in a hurry to do these things? And as the point that you made that it's like the financial markets will always be highly regulated. It will always be the most heavily regulated sector. There's no escaping from that. And though we would like regulations to be a lot more market-friendly, investor-friendly, and sort of service provider-friendly, and it's very difficult to turn the clock back. And so there's no running away from regulations. Regulations always make it very difficult, more difficult to sell an insurance product and a banking product than soaps. Right. So while it's, you'll find Lifebuoy soaps in every nook and cranny in the country, but you won't find a bank account available in every nook and cranny in the country. And there's a reason for it, because you're taking somebody's money and you can run away with that money. Right. So we have to live with the fact that regulations will always make it very expensive to sell financial services. So we have to live with the reality. Scams will happen. People will try to run away with the money. People will be successful in running away with the money. So I think, can we have a reality check on our expectations regarding financial inclusion and the fact that we are adopting a very top-down approach, and it's likely that if the need is there, people will come, okay, and buy insurance products. The guy is calling up Mercedes and saying, we want to place an order for 100 Mercedes cars. The farmers who are buying Lifebuoy and other things, they have access to information. They say we all have TV sets. Okay, they all have figured out a way to get access to cable TV without the government doing much about it, right? And they see Shah Rukh Khan's ads and they see Tendulkar's ads, they see all these products are available, but they're still not consuming it simply because maybe there's no need for them. Right. So the simple point here is that are we taking too much of a top-down approach in terms of financial inclusion? Scams will happen.
So yeah. Can I come at this like this? So there are two things that are going on, if I may say, for free. Okay, meaning none of us in this room need to do anything about them, and they are a bonanza landing on our laps. The first is the expansion of GDP. Okay, roughly every decade GDP doubles, so the entire distribution of income shifts to the right. Okay, and that's thundering along on its own steam. In the present room, we don't have to worry about that. And the second is Moore's law, that the prices of CPU, the prices of bandwidth just keep on crashing. And again, that's happening for free. So there's going to be a certain expansion and an enlargement and transformation of Indian finance that's going to happen because of the collision of these two forces for free. Now, the question that we have to ask ourselves is that, is this enough? Is this all we need to do? Do we just need to, sit back and reap the fruits of these two amazing things? Or are there some changes in the way we think about policy? Are there some changes in the way we think about the organization of business? So for example, is it that we just have to sit back and some innovative firms like SKS will come up with new business models? Or are there impediments that government is placing? Or are there public goods that are missing?
Sure.
So
I don't know if sort of Ravi touched on these points, but a couple of things have happened which I think I'm personally pretty excited about, and the whole concept of distributing mutual funds. Did you talk about that, Ravi? Okay. So the idea of the mutual funds have been sort of talking about the fact that they have a tough time selling the mutual funds to tier 3, tier 4 cities, so